From the trading desk of dailyforex.com, this is Christopher Lewis looking at the upcoming August 20th Forex session. Pair in front of you, of course, is the Euro US dollar. And as we look at this chart, there are several things that come to attention right away. And the fact is that Friday did attempt to fall, but it formed a hammer. We got a little bit of a bounce back, and that does look positive for the euro at the moment. However, I don't like trading in the here and now. I like trading the overall picture. And certainly you can see that the overall picture is down. And you have to think about what's going on. It's the dead of summer. We're in the absolute lowest liquidity part of the summer. All of the major traders pretty much are gone. And as such, the markets aren't really making any steadfast, any significant moves. A lot of this could just simply be position squaring. It could be the small fish in the pond taking advantage of the little bit of time they have. Who knows? There's a lot of things going on. Also, it should be noted that right now, with lack of volatility, it costs to short this pair, and a lot of funds don't want to pay that, so they'll just simply avoid it until we get some kind of liquidity going. Looking at this chart, though, even though I see the hammer, and it is at a place where you might expect a little bit of support based upon previous moves, and it does look like it wants to rise a little bit. I still have to be a little stingy on the buy side of this, just simply because of the trend and the fact that I still see this as a rising wedge. I still see a lot of trouble ahead for the euro at about 124 all the way up to 127. This just looks like a big area that is going to have trouble getting through. Nothing's happened in Europe to change the situation, really. So when you think of it that way, you have to come up with an excuse why it would continue to rise really post 127. Because even if you are long of this pair and it does manage to go into this zone, you don't know how far. It's going to be very difficult and bumpy ride. Looking at this chart, however, if we break down below the lows on Friday, that's breaking of a bottom of a hammer and an uptrend line. So, since that's with the trend, I will be very short of this pair when that happens. If it doesn't, then I think we will run into some trouble between 124 and 125, and I would sell a weak candle in that general vicinity as well. At this point in time, I have no interest in buying the euro, and in fact, really won't even consider it until we're above 127. I understand that sounds a little extreme, but the whole point is you want to trade with the trend, not against it. Because yes, you can make moves. There have been days like this one right here you would have cleaned up on the upside, but it's much easier to let a trade run when you're going with the market. Being a little bit patient, waiting for the right setup, that's the lesson in this chart, and I think that will get proved again.